I'm Rick Howard, president of Kingdom Magic Vacations. In my job, I get to travel a lot. I explore the world on land and sea, eating in unique restaurants and discovering interesting locations. I'm always looking for new places to visit, and I want you to travel with me. Welcome to Travel with Rick.
At Kingdom Magic Vacations, we believe that life should be measured out in memories. For over 17 years, Kingdom Magic Vacations has specialized in making vacation dreams come true for families visiting Disneyland, Walt Disney World, Disney Cruise Line, and Adventures by Disney. Kingdom Magic Vacations has been honored as an authorized Disney vacation planner, and that means we are recognized by Disney as a leader in planning magical vacations to Disney destinations. Our knowledge and experience allows our travel professionals to custom tailor your Disney vacation and make them truly magical. We know that each moment you spend on vacation creates a memory that lasts a lifetime. You can start planning your magical Disney vacation by visiting kingdommagic.com today.
Well, hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Travel with Rick. Man, I'm so excited. Look at this room full of beautiful people here. It's just incredible to be here. Thanks for watching in. Yeah, everybody's toasting their wine glasses. Well, listen, I've got a room full of friends and we've got a great episode lined up for you. We're talking about Food and Wine 2012? No, Food and Wine 2013? No, Food and Wine. That's what we're talking about. It's going to be awesome. Listen, we're going to start around the room. Going to let my friends introduce themselves. You guys know them. But Robin, let's start with you, buddy.
Hi, I'm Robin Reeve, Walt Disney World Dads, DisneyManCave.com.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I have a cup of Disney, and then I have my foodie blog as well as KotorPalette.com.
And a bona fide, verified, qualified Disney chef. So glad to have you here.
Awesome. Hi everybody, I am Rhino Ken. I have RhinoWineGear.com, and for some blogging fun, you can check out RhinoWino.com.
Awesome, and an OG, going way back. Food and Wine guy right here.
Cheers.
This guy teaches me everything I know about food and wine. So right here, Sid, hello.
Hi, I'm Parkhopper Sid from www.parkhoppers.com and teamparkhoppers.com.
Awesome. Amanda?
Amanda Tinney, DisneyEveryday.com or EverydayDisney.com.
Everyday Disney. And EverydayRicksFriend.com. And Bob?
Hi, I'm Bob Sykon, and I have allinwdw.com.
Yeah, otherwise known as the new guy.
Not for long.
I'm Bob's better half Mary, and you probably know me as Mrs. AllInWDW.com.
Nice, welcome. Hey, Tony.
Tony Casanova, Disney by the Numbers, and the Disney Parks podcast.
All right, and a longtime guy on Travel with Rick as well.
Man.
Hi, I'm John. I'm usually the camera guy, and I'm from www.parkhoppers.com.
And also Kingdom Magic Vacations, Travel with Rick behind the scenes, Travel with Rick in front of the scenes, and just all around nice guy. Glad you're here, John.
Good to be here.
Yeah, right. And me, I'm just Rick, right? I just show up and invite a bunch of friends and invite you guys, and we get to talk about food and wine, which is what we're doing tonight. So listen, you guys know it, right? It's our favorite time of the year. Maybe the holidays might be a little, it's a toss-up. 25 days of Christmas, all day, all month, October, food and wine. What could be better, right, than food and wine 46 days again?
Nice.
September 27th to November 14th, is that right?
Yeah.
Mid-November, 46-day long festival. We get an extra day again this year.
Woo!
So looking forward to it. But before we get into some of the things that are happening for 2013, let's talk about some of our favorite things from 2012, right? For me, wow. I don't know, for you, what's awesome? What do you guys know? There's just so much.
Way to pass it off.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
The cottage. Oh no, that was Here I'm Starting Flowering Garden. Flower Garden.
Food and garden festival. All right, so let's start there, Amanda. That's awesome. That's a great thing that we got this year, right? We got food added with the Flower and Garden Festival.
amazing.
How cool is that, right?
We need you guys to come to that festival so that Disney keeps bringing it back.
Right,
So
right.
we need to schedule some vacation time during Flower Garden.
Yeah, and one of the things that Bob and Tony and I are going to be talking about just this past Saturday night, I know it's little, with this whole delayed recorded thing or whatever. But, we were fortunate enough to go to the Tables in Wonderland preview event the other night for Food and Wine Festival. And I can pretty well tell you that Mary Ann said that we could probably expect to see food again back next year. Disney has known that they wanted to add that component to it. I tell you, for guys like me that, I go to flower shows because my wife likes flowers. Okay, I'm not necessarily a flower guy. Give me food and wine, you can show me flowers all day long. I'm happy. It's a good thing. So, that was a great addition to the festival, and I think Disney realized it. Like you said, Amanda, I think Disney, they want more people to come out, and that's a big draw, right? I mean, what could be nicer? Walking around, looking at a bunch of flowers, having some great food and wine, right? It's incredible.
And low crowd though.
It was very
And
nice.
Dole Whip with rum.
And Dole Whip.
That's the highlight.
Which is that coming to?
So yes. So I think we have it on pretty good authority. Thank you, Mary Ann. That the Dole Whip will return.
The adult Dole
It
Whip.
will not be with Siesta Key rum this year, but there will be a kicked up Dole Whip this year that you can expect. Yeah, so
And a little change of flavor.
yeah, look, yeah, it won't be the same pineapple Dole Whip this year.
Sriracha Dole Whip?
No, not sriracha. What's the one that you like, Amanda? What's the baby? What's the baby
Baby aspirin Dole Whip,
Yeah. So
You Californians don't have that.
yeah. So let's think about taking that flavor of Dole Whip and adding a little liqueur to it. Right?
Like
What do you
Red
think?
Stag Dole Whip?
No, not Red Stag. I'm thinking, right, Tony? Am I letting too much out here? I think we're gonna have a
You
flavored.
gotta keep it a surprise.
I think we're gonna have a little flavored liqueur, and I think we're gonna have that Dole Whip, right, Bob?
Yep, that's what they told us.
Yeah. So we did get a little sneak preview, but again, we're moving too far ahead. I want to hang on 2012 just for a bit, right? 2012 was an incredible festival
Awesome.
again, right?
Yeah.
Kent, what do you think, man? What did we really enjoy? Italy was off the hook,
Well, I was
right?
gonna say, for me, some of the classics, I always look forward to that. It's sort of like the staple that keeps it like, this is what I love, and then there's expanding to all the other booths. In terms of food, like the seafood pie with that lobster and scallops.
Lobster.
Fisherman's
Just
pie.
gotta-
Yeah.
Remember the asparagus with
That's my
what was the thing?
That was a
Oh,
flower garden.
that was oh wow, wrong festival.
Yeah.
I know.
See, that's what happens.
That was the first thing that popped in my head. I'm like, that lobster salad.
You're right.
That
That's
was
exactly
delicious.
right. Wow, too many festivals, too little time. Right?
Yeah, but anyway, with Italy, it's, when you get red sauce and red wine, good night.
Yeah,
Good night,
Yeah.
totally.
very nice.
Right, and Tara's returning. Tara was kicking last year. We had some chicken, and we had some
Chicken.
we had some kind of funny chili. You didn't like the chicken?
I don't like anything from the dirt bread. Mike would
All right.
agree with me.
No faking bacon.
Wait,
Okay.
I like the dirt food. I like the fact that they included the people that don't want meat in everything.
Ah.
I passed by the booth, I agree.
Here's your fail
It needs
safe.
to
The
be-
cheddar soup in Canada.
There's bacon in it.
And you know what I was just dreaming about? I just kind of went to a little safe, happy place in my head there. And the thing, when I think food and wine, by and large, the first thing I think of are the beef empanadas from Argentina
Yeah.
with the chimichurri sauce that they put with the beef skewer.
That has got to be the best tip that anyone has ever
Right
had.
here,
I mean,
Travel with
and-
Rick.
and
We
Rick
brought
had-
T-Force 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm going through the line, I'm seeing that they're putting the beef skewer together with a nice chimichurri sauce, and I'm checking out that empanada. It's looking good. It's looking a little dry to me.
Missing something, and you
Yeah,
called
missing
it, man.
something.
That was like
and I'm
right
like,
on the money.
could you please, would you be so kind? Put a little chimichurri on there. Yeah, it was rocking. That was some good stuff.
But
Yeah.
come on, I think Australia's lamb chops.
Oh, yeah.
With the
Meat with a
potatoes.
handle on it.
Meat with
Meat with a handle on it.
Yeah,
you know?
and potato chips.
Didn't they call them lollipops?
They did.
Lollipop chops.
Yes.
Lollipops, it's
I
like,
mean,
oh man.
that's awesome.
But the pesto with that little bit of potato chip,
Yeah.
that's,
That's so
the
totally
lamb-
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
It's
yeah.
just-
I like
Yeah.
the shrimp taco from Mexico.
oh,
Yeah.
That was one of our favorites as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
That was by far, as soon as I got out of line, I was right back in the
We did
line.
it 3 times.
Yeah,
And the
that was really good.
was
And
the
that,
Rosita margarita there too? Or was that?
that might have been flour.
We're crossing the line now.
Together. But actually, that was your first episode that we had you guys on. That you came out and you talked about your culinary demonstrations and stuff. And we're so happy to actually have a Disney chef. Like, yeah, That's so
We're
cool.
official.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, so that's really cool. So you guys were so kind to come out and do your first episode with us,
Yes,
and
it
we're
was
so
so much
glad
fun.
to have you back again.
And a
It's
table
really
of
cool.
treats, it was
Oh,
great.
it's so much fun.
Oh, it's a blast, isn't
Loved
it?
it.
I mean, it's so much fun. So guys, if you guys aren't planning yet, I know we're getting close, right? Check the countdown calendar up there. It's only a few days away when you think about it, right? So if you guys aren't planning, you have 46 days. It's a huge window to get here, right? Get to the Food and Wine Festival. There is just nothing like it. You can come out with your friends. I so love walking around the festival and seeing the guys and girls with the t-shirts on where they're drinking around the
Yeah.
world, you
Yes.
know? And they're, I mean, it's just a big family time. It's a fun time. It's a friend time. I mean, Amanda, that's where we met, was at the Food and Wine
Yeah.
Festival in like 2000.
The very first year they did it.
There you go. Lifelong friendships
You know, but see-
forged at the Food and Wine Festival.
Yeah.
It happened.
It happens, right? You know, and Ken and I met in Atlanta, and a totally unrelated thing, but you know, we got to thinking because he was in the wine business and because I was in the video blog business, I guess, but I like to, you know, and we wanted to cover food and wine. So one of the first phone calls I made was to my buddy Ken, who I knew was in the wine business, like, dude, I got this crazy idea. Let's do some videos. And he's like, of course, let's do it. Brilliant. And so you came on out, and we turned the camera on, started talking about food and wine, and all you guys came. It was cool.
It was awesome, but you know, there wasn't this big production like today. It was you and me running around with cameras and
Tripods and
yeah.
Where's the shade?
Yeah. And now, you know, it's grown.
It has
And
grown.
thanks to everybody for
Thanks to
supporting.
Andrew, thanks to Andrew and John. We got lights, thanks to Sid, and we got John. Look, I mean, there's 17 cameras in here. There's laptops everywhere.
We have wine, thanks to Rick.
Yeah, we have wine. Thanks to Leslie and
And
Kingdom Magic Vacations.
Thanks, Leslie.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you'll hear this throughout the festival. So let me early on say. Tonight's show is brought to you by a generous grant from Kingdom Magic Vacations and my lovely wife, Leslie Howard, who is our controller. Cheers, dear. We wish you were here. And cheers to all you guys. But yeah, I mean, lifelong friends. That's one of the cool things. Most of you guys I didn't know before Travel with Rick. You know, I mean, Tony I kind of knew. You know, I follow DisneyByTheNumbers.com, and John and Sid, I don't even think you guys were around when we started doing it.
We met you at a meetup
Right.
for Disney Food Blog.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how we met
So
you.
food and wine has kind of brought this whole group together in a way, right? Isn't it?
And that's what it's about, right? You know,
Yeah.
Family and friends and eating and drinking and marriage.
Zeros and ones, man.
Kind of like the Sunday dinner that you have with your family, but you
That's
get to
right.
do it every day now.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
At your favorite park in your
And we-
backyard.
We park in our park, right? Like Lou Mangello said, this is kind of our Saturday park. We get to go to Epcot. You know, you guys don't know what you're missing.
And we love it when we get to see y'all. When we
Yes.
walk around,
Oh,
right
that's
up
the
to you, that's
best.
the best.
Okay, so I
if you
will
see
say,
us, please, that's the highlight of our life.
I will say, you guys put a smile on my face that lasts almost all year long when you come up and say, hey, Rick, that's how I met
That's how
Bob.
I met you.
Yes.
We were walking around the promenade, and this guy and Mary
Yeah.
were sitting on a park bench, and I look up and he goes, hey, there's Rick, and I go, where? And sure enough, he comes up and introduces himself, and it was your birthday, it's your 50th birthday. And we had a great time chatting, and we were actually on the way to see you guys in Mexico. That's where we were going. I mean, it's kind of like this weird, we're all connected in some little way.
Well,
you know?
when we watched that afterwards, I said to my wife, hey, that's what he went to tape after he met us.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. You know, so it's the biggest highlight for me when you guys come up and say, hey, we watched the show. So many people told us last year that they were actually watching the shows in their hotel room or watching the shows on their phones or their devices the day before to see what we were doing and then coming out and eating the stuff the next day. What a compliment, you know? I mean,
It's how I made my menu.
Wow.
To be honest with you, I mean, I would watch the shows, and when we both watched them, I would come home from work, and Mary would say to me, do we have another podcast to watch? So we would watch it before we got there, and we kind of had laid out exactly what we wanted to try.
right. So just like we said, this year we put more planning into it than ever. We put a whole 7.5 minutes. It was like a whole 7.5 minutes more than last year. But we have put a lot more planning into it this year. I will tell you this, we've got surprises this year that you guys aren't going to believe. that if you come up to us during Food and Wine, you're going to get a little special surprise. And we're really looking forward to that. We've actually got a logo this year. Can you imagine?
Cool.
There you go. Hit me, bro. Yeah, there you go, right there. Epcot. Not a year on it, but it is the official Travel with Rick wine bottle logo for Epcot Food and Wine Festival. And that's a sticker. So I understand that if you guys come up to me, I'm obligated to give you stickers. And I'm obligated to give you trading pins that may or may not be available by Epcot Food and Wine Festival.
So that could be a surprise for everybody.
Yeah,
Somebody's going to be surprised if I don't have pins in my pocket.
Well, and last year for John and I, it was great. It was the first year we were able to bring his mom. And it was the first time she ever had snails. So she went, we took her to France, and she had escargot, and I stood back and I watched my husband and my mother-in-law toast their escargot.
And then she saw Illuminations for the first time.
Yeah.
There's no better way to go to Food and Wine where somebody's never been, force some snails down their throat. Now watch Illuminations and enjoy the digestion process.
Awesome.
She had the best time.
And that is the really cool thing about Epcot's Food and Wine Festival. You can try things that you may or may not try before. And you'll see things change, right? Remember the first year we had the Lamington? Lamington was horrible. It actually improved last year. Lamington. So Lamington is a cake from Australia or New Zealand. Australia. And the first year it was very dry and very bad. We had it last year. And I'm not a real big dessert person, but I will suffer through them for my wife because I love her so very much.
And for Amanda Tinney.
And for Amanda Tinney because I love her very much as well. Because we typically do the dessert episode. But see, all right, so let's go back to that. That is, and we did it last year. I guess it was the first year we did 31 days, right? But that was a major shift for us last year because we had done typically 4 or 5 or 6 episodes of Food and Wine. We do cram 5 booths into an episode and cram 5 booths into another episode and then try to fit in a dessert episode at the end.
And when they're trying to do 5 wine episodes, the 5th episode's pretty
The third.
This is great stuff, man. You got it for sure.
Yeah, you got a lot of bloopers out of those shows. That's all I'm saying, right? But you know, that's the way we try to cram it in. And so we try to fit in Food and Wine or a dessert episode. But last year was the first year that we just dedicated the whole month to it. And rather than try to cram 5 booths into one episode, we just gave you an episode a day. We did a booth a day. Well, this year we're doing the same thing, right? So 31 days, count them down, October 1st to October 31st.
Wow.
These guys right here, and maybe even a couple of others. You never know who will pick up along the way. But
one of you.
it could be one of you. We'd love to have some guests. It's always cool. We get a few people that video or photo bomb us every year. They'll jump in the shot, right? Remember those early days, Ken? Do that. Hey! Yeah, he's been overserved.
So now you bring bodyguards?
No, we haven't advanced to that, but we want to be.
We embrace it.
Yeah. We really photo bomb us, video bomb us. We love it. It's a blast. We love me.
If there's ever a time to take 4 weeks off of work.
Yeah, or do your work.
Vacation days, yeah.
I can just see it. You know, October 1st, I'm going to wave goodbye to Vero Beach and just kind of live it.
You
live
can
it
work
Disney.
from home.
You can work from wherever in the world you are. That's my mantra.
Disney has Wi-Fi. Pull your laptop up, do some
They
work.
do? Is it working?
What horses there, Batman?
It's working right now, that's all that matters.
Hey, box people, are you with us? Yeah, so, you know, we've made great friends here, and we do. We love seeing you. And as we were saying, that's one of the great things about Food and Wine. You know, you spend $3 on a Zinfandel that maybe you've never tried, and you can taste it. You can spend $2.50 on a Lamington that maybe you don't have a clue what it is. You can try a fisherman's pie for a few bucks. And
Or
go,
a Singapore sling.
or a Singapore Sling, you had to go. The new guy had to go there. Right?
I'm still watching the taste out of my mouth.
Remember how nasty that sugar cane thing was in the shrimp from Singapore? Singapore, I'm just saying, buddy, they brought you back for another year. You better step up your game.
Singapore is so much.
I'm calling you out, Singapore. Oh, and by the way, make sure you go to the App Store and get the Disney by the Numbers app. You know, you can find out all this information right there. So go to the Apple Store, check out Tony's great app. There's great trivia questions on there. There's great information on there. And go, you want to learn, we're talking about food and wine here, right? You want to learn how to make some of the Disney recipes at home? Go check out A Cup of Disney, right? You can learn how to cook some of this great, listen, one of the things that holds us all together and brings us back, we come back, God, for years, right? We've been coming back. What do we love? What do we love? Yeah, some of us just don't leave. But what do we love the most here? Not the most. I mean, of course, we love Mickey Mouse. You know, he's the thing that we love the most. But we love the food here, right? We love the restaurants, the dining. For you guys that don't realize this, Disney has some of the most amazing chefs and some of the most amazing restaurants on Disney property anywhere. And at Cup of Disney, you can learn how to make some of these great recipes at home, which if I know how to cook, I'd follow some of her stuff.
But it's not all hamburgers and chicken nuggets.
It's
French fries.
not
It's
at
so
all.
much more than that.
Man,
It's
it's
so much more than that.
Oh, it's
I hear
cheese
that all the
plates.
time. I hear that all the time. Every time I go to Disney,
Hey,
I'm
Coach
having
Bills.
burgers and fries. I'm like, you are not getting outside.
Oh gosh,
And
no.
they're in the right
The
place.
best restaurants more than the
They
first.
do. The
Well, and that's
resort.
what
Oh,
makes the Food and Wine Festival so great, is you have that chance to sample some of the recipes that they have in some of the restaurants without having to sit down for a $27 dinner.
That's
$3. Try one of the tacos
Right.
from Mexico.
Well,
Try the
Party
soup
for
from
all the
Canada.
resorts are represented.
Yeah, the Party for the Senses. You know, we were talking about this the
That's
other
nice.
night at the event that we attended. Not only at Food and Wine Festival did they bring out these great celebrity chefs like Jamie Dean and Robert Irvine and
And Ashley.
Valestro and Ashley and Emily. But they bring out these wonderful Disney chefs who are really celebrity chefs in their own right in Disney terms. You know, they bring out you know, the chefs from Scott Humboldt. Thank you so much. Mary Ann's husband, the lady who puts on the whole festival from Victorian Alberts, he comes out. You know, the chefs from Chef de France, from Le Cellier, from California Grill. All of these fantastic restaurants with these, I mean, Disney goes all out. More sommeliers than any other location anywhere in the world. There's more Disney wine people. Disney puts so much time and investment into their chefs and into their sommeliers and their wine people. I mean, they sent the lady who opened Jico, the restaurant at Animal Kingdom Lodge, they sent her to Africa for 6 weeks to procure the wine contracts and find the wine from South Africa that they were going to serve in their restaurant. That's commitment to wine. That's commitment to food and wine. So you don't find it anywhere.
We've
Right?
also almost never seen food as beautiful as they create.
The
here.
presentation.
The presentation of what they do, and also just for food and wine. Some of these $3 and $5 dishes are stunning. Just you know, I mean, they're
So
photographed
should we share
nonstop by people. I mean,
Right.
it's
Awesome.
And
You
you
know
will
what?
see
All of us
pictures, I
photographs.
promise.
You know, and what amazes me is, you know, you see these little marketplaces. They're little booths. I mean, we call them marketplaces because it's a Disney term, right? We gotta call them marketplaces. But it's a little booth, right? But you know, they're kicking out filet mignon that is cooked the right way
Yes.
every time, right
Season
there.
is everything. The seasoning is everything.
Are you referring to the cream sauce fillet that they had?
Oh, I did not like this.
Remember that? The one in Canada that they had?
That was so
That was
good.
good.
Well, the fact
Same
that they're
thing. As soon as I got
cooking,
online, right back in.
yes, they're cooking all of this in a booth that's half the size of a food truck.
On a stern.
Yeah, on sterno with heaters, with more, and it's just amazing
And
the
they're
things
kicking
that
out,
they pull out.
yeah, not 3 of them, but you know, sometimes the lines are kind of deep. I mean, this thing gets busy, so come early.
And it's hard sometimes. I mean, you know, for such a party for the senses, like, do you see how they turn out those dishes like beautifully,
Every
plated
time.
perfectly every time, so everybody gets the same experience no matter how many times they go up there. And it's a lot of work.
Right. And every time they smile, and
Every
every
time.
time, hope you enjoy this, it's awesome, and they fix every little
It's amazing.
entree just like, you know, it's the only one they're gonna make that night.
And it's called Food and Wine, which they've, you know, focused on wine, but they've really beefed up the beer and
Yeah.
spirits. If you're into that, it's not just wine. Because I, by no means, was a wine connoisseur at all. This guy's kind of turned me on to wines, but like beers and spirits, they've really, they really beefed that up this year.
There's something for everyone. So before we forget that, there's non-alcoholic beverages. We get that question on our blog every year. Is there something we can do? Yes, there's something if you don't drink alcohol. There's something for the kids there. So, if you need the lemonade treats, if you need the little like Capri Sun packet things, they've got those there. They've got waters there. They've got everything there.
Hey, my 14-year-old
My 14-year-old loves it. She is a foodie. She's got foodie parents. She loves to go there.
Our son's the same. Last year he had the escargot and he was
Loved it.
There was no fear in his eye. We were watching him like, I don't know how this is gonna go.
I'll eat it.
After one, he's like, that was really good, and reaches for mine. I'm like, whoa.
That's a great way to introduce new foods to your child. Instead of paying $30 for a plate of food, pay $3,
Right. So you find out if you like something or if you don't, and you've got a minimal investment in it,
I'm sure they're probably gonna bring the try it items back. I mean, they have them for Flower and Garden. I would assume that Disney's got these new try it items that are geared more towards kids. I'm hoping that they bring it for Food and Wine this year.
Marianne said they're working on that. We didn't get 100% commitment from her on that. For Food and Wine, they're definitely talking about it. They're not completely there yet.
Because they have that fruit sushi, the fruit sheet for the
fruit
kids.
sushi.
Well, and they're also very good about if you go up and you say, okay, can you not put that sauce on it? They're very good about, sort of not necessarily making you something special, but they'll leave something off if it's something that you can't have, you're allergic to, something you really don't like and you know it. They're very, very good about trying to make your experience the best it can be. Right. And so just ask. If you're not sure, ask them.
I still think one of the best things about what Rick does for not just for you, for us, and for everyone else is the visual aspect of these videos of what you do when you're doing Food and Wine. Because anyone can talk. It's like watching television. If you listen to a chef talk about a dish and they create it and it's all verbal, but you're not seeing visual what it looks like, it's a different experience. So people do want to try stuff, but in your videos and everything that we all do, you're really looking at what this stuff looks like.
And
you're like,
honest.
man, I gotta have it.
Oh, yeah.
And you will.
Get together, Singapore.
I'm sorry, Singapore. You're gonna get how it is.
That's right, Singapore. We tell you what's going on. Yeah, I mean, we do. We want to tell you if we like it or not. And this year, I can tell you guys here, thank you, Bob, for bringing this to our attention. And we kind of were working on it last year, and then we met Bob, and we got to talking more. So this year, we're bringing you something new and special. Yes. We have a rating system coming. Ooh. They say that. You guys don't know what you're in for. We're totally stepping up our game.
It does bring work.
Yeah, but this is the work you want to have.
I'll gladly take on as much work as you need me to do.
I hear it all the time.
I mean, Singapore.
Just as
That's zero.
That's next week, Dave. That's next week. Stay tuned. Next week we got another show.
But you will be taking bribes, right?
I'm open to bribes. Absolutely. I am not above bribes.
Darn.
You gotta up your game just a bit.
I'll work on that.
All right, so anything else about 2012 that sticks out? I mean, anything
We
that's
did a
relevant?
couple of special events too, like the Kitchen Memories.
Kitchen Memories was awesome. The Kitchen Memories is so cool because they bring out, all right, so I know with Sarah last year, Sarah McGovern, we went to like a little culinary demonstration with Kat Cora where she comes out and prepares the meal and kind of gives a talk. It was awesome. But they do a special thing called Kitchen Memories where a celebrity chef or a chef comes out and not only do they prepare one, but two, but even 3 dishes, and then give you a talk.
There's someone in this room that's doing that.
There's someone in this room who's done it.
So, and the chef will tell you some of their favorite kitchen memories growing up. We did one with
Robert Irvine.
Robert Irvine and Bunny Balestra. Thank you. That's what I was trying to think of. And they come out and they prepare an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. And they share with you some of their favorite kitchen memories, some of the thoughts that they had growing up as a chef, some of the things that happened in their lives that, kind of, pushed them on or really inspired them to want to be a chef. And thank you so much. We have a kitchen memory person right here, sous chef. Tell us about what you're going to be doing, Ashley.
Well, this year we're doing the same thing. We're doing another Kitchen Memories demonstration of 3 courses, like you said, for luncheon. Our menus right now being currently set up, so I don't have the whole thing ready.
All the
because
menus
Emily-
aren't out yet, even for the
I know.
booze. You know, it's
Emily
like,
likes to switch
they're-
it up a
they're
little
working
bit.
on it months
We're
in
working on it
advance.
a lot in advance. I mean, last year we did this beautiful roasted chicken and creme brulee with orange and maple flavorings. And the reason why we did that is because, yes, we did. Emily and I are both from the north. So we took the maple from the great north and down to the citrus for the south where we are now and how we met. And that's why we imported those cherries together.
right on.
And so the reason why I picked creme brulee, that was my course, is because my family, we always do this to each other, no matter where we are. If we're on vacation somewhere, even if it's a time zone over, whatever, we always call each other like, guess what? I'm having creme brulee, and hang up.
Right. And I
So
think
throw
that-
it in each other's faces that we're eating creme brulee on vacation.
And we talked about this when we were in Mexico last year.
Yes.
Actually, creme brulee is my wife Leslie's favorite dessert in
Right.
the world. And you told me there was a very easy recipe
Very
to make
easy.
creme brulee at home. See, to me, that's kind of unfathomable. It seems like a complicated dessert to me. So I'm still looking forward to the day that my culinary skills advance enough
You
that
can
I
do
could
it. Anyone
surprise
can
my,
cook, Gusto said.
that I could surprise my
Aw.
wife with a creme brulee, you know, and say, here, baby,
Well, we'll work it out.
I made
And
this
what's
for
the
you.
date of your show? So that-
September 27th, it's a Friday afternoon, September 27th, this year's festival.
Opening day of the
You
festival,
need to
so
go.
I'm
Very
hoping to
nice.
get I'm hoping to get an
Yeah.
invitation to
Absolutely.
the
Yeah, I love
chef's
that.
table.
It was
for that one.
absolutely amazing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just
That'd be
watching
incredible.
everything, how they go through every course and every explanation, and the fan and you know the people who are there interacting.
Right.
You're not just sitting there watching somebody. You get to ask questions. You get to interact. So
Yes.
with Robert Irvine, you know, with
Yeah.
Emily Ellen, with Ashley,
Yeah.
I mean, you get to ask questions about
Sure.
every piece of it.
Yeah, it's a
And
very
It's
intimate, it's an
exhilarating.
intimate group.
Yeah.
It is.
It-
It's a
very
dream come
intimate.
true. It really
Yeah.
is. Disney and cooking at the same time for me is like the best thing ever.
Right. And so actually, for those that watching who may not know Emily, tell them real quick who Emily is.
Emily Ellen is a chef. She has a PhD in culinary arts. She has been on the Next Food Network Star. She was a finalist last year's show. And she is an extraordinary being. She's just like, she lightens up everything. She's retro rad diva. She's an excellent cook, excellent personality. She does everything. She has a website, Emily Ellen, ELLYN.com. And Emily is just amazing.
She's bigger than life. I mean, we got to meet her just really quick
Yeah.
last
But
year
she's
at
down to
Party,
earth, too.
at Party for the
Very
Senses,
much.
and she's just
Yeah.
really awesome, really incredible to
She
hang
likes
out
every
with.
room. Yeah,
You can
she's
see her
great.
on My Fox Orlando
All the time.
They love having her on
Yeah,
there because she
she's
feeds
great.
them all in the morning. Like anytime you want to come back, so you can
Nice.
find her on Fox
Yes.
all the time.
Emily's
Yeah.
great.
Great people.
And those are held in the festival center, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the things we're talking about different chefs, we have a question from the chat room. They're wondering about some of the other celebrity chefs, what they're like, specifically Robert Irvine. What's he like?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I worked with Robert in May. I did a gourmet soiree at the Children's Florida Hospital in May where we had a giant fundraiser, raised a lot of money for Children's Hospital. And I got to meet him several times, but I actually got to work with him this time. And he's got a high-end work ethic. You have to be a par up here to demonstrate that you have skill and you have knowledge and you know what you're doing. But he is humbling and he'll teach you something. He'll show you if your knife cuts off, he'll teach you how to do it, and he does it in a way where you feel good about it. People see that persona on TV, he's such a hard person and he's so strict. He does that for a reason, because he wants you to excel and do well.
Yeah.
Robert's
Yes.
a teddy bear and he loves kids.
He's so
great
good to
guy.
our son.
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan idolizes him. Him and Emily are the two people he aspires to be like.
Wow.
And he's really good to our son. He's given him many autographs and pictures with him. And Robert Irvine's an amazing individual. What he does for people on Restaurant Impossible to change their lives, to better themselves,
It's a great show.
Wow.
it's
Yeah,
amazing.
and
He's
it-
a great guy.
Right, and our friends Mark and Chris, you know, if you guys are watching the Big B's from Savannah, they know Robert very
Yeah.
well as well,
Yep.
and are
Yeah.
friends with him and hang out with him every year when he comes down. And so, you know, we've been fortunate enough. And I've met Robert through Amanda and through the Big B's, and you know, just really a nice guy.
I can tell you one thing. I hadn't seen Robert in almost a year, and the last time I saw him was at the gourmet soiree, and immediately in a crowd of 1,000 people came right over to me and told me about how I looked great because I had lost
He
weight.
hits you right up, so he went
He
like
just
this.
smacked me right.
Robin.
He goes, "Hi, Robin." Smacked me right in the head. Hadn't seen him in a year, because I had lost about 30 pounds, and he came right over and just picked it up. So if you think, you know, and this is a guy I've only met maybe 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
You know, he takes an interest in
He's a good person.
in people. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
He
really
cares about people
honestly
who,
cares.
who want to know about stuff.
We can make a
Wrap it
whole
up.
episode about Robert Irvine. He's a great guy.
So what are you looking forward to the most for 2013?
Wow, hanging out with you guys and hanging out with
Aw.
you guys. That's the thing that's going to be coolest for me. I can't wait for the festival to start. I loved what Pam said the other night. She said for her, and Pam is the lady who kind of MCs all the culinary demonstrations and stuff. And she said for her and her family, the festival kicks off the new year.
Yes, just
You know?
Happy New Year.
And that's like their new year. And for me, that's the coolest thing. I mean, imagine being able to walk around Epcot's Promenade, around World Showcase, enjoying food and wine with great friends like you guys. I mean, it's so awesome. I'm looking so forward to it. Can't wait for that, you know. And yeah, I'm looking forward to some of the great food. I'm gonna give you one little thing right here that we had the other night. You guys know how much I love hot dogs, right? So if you guys have watched the show, Casey's is one of my favorite places. Love hot dogs all around the world. Corn dogs in Disneyland. Oh yeah, I go right there. There's gonna be a kimchi slaw hot dog in South Korea that's so awesome. All the menus aren't out yet, but that's one of the things that we're definitely looking forward to, right? It was one of the best things the other night,
It
right?
really was, and I told Rick, I went into that dinner the other night convinced I was gonna hate it. And we sat down at the table and we were both eating it, and I said, this is really good.
Right. Yeah, they had the beef sliders from Florida there. The Florida local booth. It was the Tables in Wonderland preview for Food and Wine, and they had the sliders there. We tried the salmon. We tried the filet mignon from Canada. We had the pork belly from
Pork belly, Sarah McGovern. Sarah McGovern alert. Pork
pork
belly.
belly from Brazil.
Take John
All right,
with you.
all right. So number one, look forward to kimchi hot dogs. Number two, pork belly, baby. Yeah, it's going to be off the hook. It's going to be really, really good. And we're going to have some, Sarah McGovern, if you're watching, we're going to have a Scotch tasting in Scotland. It's going to be incredible. Oh yeah, there's a Scotch flight.
Yeah, here it is.
Right here, baby. There's a Scotch light in Scotland that we're really looking forward to. So listen, yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys. Gosh, what a great time, right? I mean,
Yes.
you get to come out, you get a wristband full of, Disney dollars to go around and enjoy
Rock
food
it.
and wine with
Absolutely.
friends. It's just going to be awesome, right? My favorite time of the year, right?
My time.
Absolutely.
My time.
All right.
My time.
So listen, got to do a question of the week. All right, so eeny, meeny, miny,
Oh,
new
no.
guy.
New guy.
I can just see Singapore coming.
All right, so we're kidding around. Bob is our favorite guy right now because he is the new guy. But we met Bob last year. Such a great friend. We love getting to know you. Mary, love getting to know you as well. Appreciate your website. Bob has contributed some great stuff to our Kingdom Magic blog. So you probably read a lot of his stuff on our blog if you visit our blog. He wrote Singapore is so misunderstood. You need to check it out. It is a misunderstood country. Singapore, I don't understand.
Nobody gets you, Singapore.
So Bob's defending you, trying. He's throwing you a bone, Singapore. Just get it together, man. We love you. You're 1 out of 29. We got to stop by you. So, we don't want to hurt you, Singapore.
You can't let me down, Singapore.
There's
You're
like
there.
nowhere to go but up for
We're putting a lot of
Singapore right
pressure
now.
That's right. There's nowhere but up for you, Singapore. So anyway,
I'm gonna make you a prediction. I think people will like Singapore more than they'll like Scotland.
It was a bold statement, my friend.
So at the end of the season, you may be falling on that sword, my friend.
Wait, is there a bet going here?
But don't you have to excuse that Scotch, Blake?
Yeah.
No.
All right. So I tell you what. At the end. All right. So we have a wrap-up episode on October 31st, guys. It's going to be incredible. We haven't really talked about that. We have a great festival planned, October 1 to 31. Every day, something new on travelwithrick.com, just for you guys. We're going to be there. We're going to be working our tails off, filming it, tasting it, bringing it all for you right here on travelwithrick.com. On the 31st, we have a really special show. We're going to wrap everything up. We're going to be bringing you music. We're going to be bringing food, wine, great friends, celebrity chefs, culinary demonstrations, everything right here. And then we're going to wrap it up. And I'm going to make sure on that wrap-up episode that we compare Scotland to Singapore. And we're going to hold the new guy up. Yeah, we're going to see how the new guy did. That's all I'm saying. All right,
Hey,
so
I
we're
wrote,
gonna,
I wrote that article too, the Scotland article.
he did,
So I-
he
I
did.
should
So
know.
listen, all the way up, you know, you guys follow the Countdown Calendar on Travel with Rick, follow the Countdown Calendar on kingdommagic.com/blog. We're going to be bringing it to you all the way up to September 27th. We're going to have more great information. Every time something new comes out, we're going to post it for you. We're going to keep you up to date. We're going to keep you informed. This guy's going to be doing a lot of it. So, buddy, we're going to throw it over to you. Question of the week.
Okay, it's food and wine. I am the new guy, so I needed advice, and Sid and Amanda both helped me out. So what's your favorite kind of wine?
Favorite kind of wine?
Wine.
There you
Right.
go.
And it better be white.
Right.
Red.
Free.
Red.
Yeah, and
I'm
please-
out.
yeah,
Newbies,
please don't say red or white. Explore
Yes.
something cool.
Yes.
Okay, there's so
Expand
much
on it.
wine out there. Check out some Albarinos. Check out some.
Riesling.
Check out some Rieslings. Check out some Moscatos. Check
The
out.
Torontes.
Check out some Torontes.
Some Shiraz.
Yeah, check out some interesting wine. Please don't say
This is the time to do
Chardonnay.
it.
Yeah, please don't
Oh, but if
Embrace
that's their
it.
But if that's your
favorite.
favorite,
Not slamming
That's your
Chardonnay.
favorite.
you may be a clan, you may
Yeah.
want to gang up.
No, yeah, not slamming Chardonnay. Chardonnay's awesome. Have a great piece of salmon. Enjoy Chardonnay. Chardonnay's great, but try some
Don't
interesting
stroke.
wine. Yeah, yeah. So there you go. Let us know. We love to hear from you. Educate us. What are you liking? What are you drinking? What are you looking forward to with next week's meal? What kind of wine are you having? So Bob, thanks a lot. Guys, Robin, Ashley, Ken, Sid, Amanda, Bob, Mary, Tony, and John got them all, right? And these are my friends. You guys are my very special friends. Thanks a lot for watching. We got another great episode for you next week. We're going to be telling you all about when we're filming, what booze these guys get, what booze these guys want.
What bribes everybody comes to the table
Yeah,
with?
what people brought. It's going to be an interesting episode. And then the week after next, we got a really special showing you how we were getting in shape for Food and Wine, which is just around the corner. Follow our countdown calendar all the way up to September 27th. Don't forget, September 27th is when the Food and Wine Festival kicks off. Right here on October 1st will be our first official Food and Wine episode. But September, we're starting with the prep videos like this one. And you can see us right here all the way through the month of October for Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival with all my best friends and all you guys. Thanks for watching. See you right back here next
Bye,
week.
everyone.
Bye.